Evolution Chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson. We have Adam in here with us this morning, and Adam is a fellow Houstonian. And Adam comes in here today, which is a really smart move on his part. He's not really even in a lot of pain anywhere, or even in any pain, as a matter of fact. He's had an old injury up in his neck and upper left shoulder blade area, but there's no other aches or pains anywhere. But he's been going to some other chiropractors, and they've been adjusting him, and he still has some tightness occasionally in his neck and left shoulder blade, which that hasn't really gotten resolved yet, has it? And he's watched this on YouTube and saw the difference in my adjustments, including the ring dinger. So he just came in for a thorough full body adjustment. Is that accurate?
That's accurate, yes.
Okay, so let's have you close your eyes and flex your head forward and backwards for me. Now see, even though a person's not in pain, doesn't mean they can't benefit from chiropractic adjustments, because I'm checking the biomechanics of his spine three-dimensionally on the x-axis, the y-axis, and the z-axis. And in the z-axis, his head is forward. His ear's all the way out here in front of his clavicle. It should be back here over his shoulders. That's why his shoulders are rounding forward a little bit, and he got his hands a little bit out in front of him. Pelvis has shifted a little bit to the right, and when I was doing his examination, I found a little bit of a curvature in his thoracic spine, which is a functional scoliosis, not a pathological one, but a functional one. So like I said, we've already done his exam, so I'm going to move right straight into the adjusting. Now we're doing a new series coming up here regarding different conditions that y'all would like to see me treat or talk about, and I will take any legitimate requests for conditions of the spine and or pelvis or extremities, spine related disorders or extremity disorders, neuromusculoskeletal issues. Now see, he's got a little misalignment subluxation in his left SI, a little bit on the right sacrum. I did a sacral deviation test, and it was a little more difficult for him to raise his right leg, which indicates a right sacral deviation. And then palpating his lumbar spine, he has some biomechanical improprieties down in his lumbar spine, which creates some paraspinal muscle hypertonicity. So you watch my hands through here, you can see the swooping curve out to the right that goes back to the left here. Tender right there, got some muscle hypertonicity again in his traps, especially this left one. He's got a little bit of subluxation on the right C6 and C5 area, and then I found his atlas subluxated on the left here as well. So I'm going to get right to adjusting you, Adam. Okay. Just relax and breathe. That's all you got to do. I'll do the rest. You get the easy job. Now you notice that when I adjust patients, I use this drop table. Now I've seen some of you make comments saying that that drop table doesn't do anything, doesn't work. Well, that's not true. It works very well. I originally learned the drop work at Palmer College of Chiropractic doing the Thompson technique. And then later on, under Dr. Don Harrison and Dr. Dan Murphy, BioPhysics, which also utilizes drop mechanisms because it gets the vertebra moving in a specific direction. When the table drops, you still have an accelerated shear force going in that vertebral level that you've adjusted. So see, I'm adjusting L5 straight P to A. L4 straight P to A. Angles start to change as I start moving up in the lumbar spine. Good. So I'm going to save his lower thoracic for over there on that Gonstead knee chest table. Slide down this way just a little, Adam. So even if you're not having pain, it's good to get checked for vertebral subluxation complexes. Come over here on this table now. Because if you stay ahead of the game, you can prevent your spine from degenerating. Yes, sir. I'm gonna have you on your knees there, face up in here. No, all the way up in that face piece. There you go. And relax your hands all the way down here. Now, once you let your spine kind of just sink in gravity here. Yeah, there you go. Just breathe and relax here now. There we go. One more. Yep. Okay. Now let's come over here on this table. Better make this or I'm not going to be making a comment.
You made
Put
it.
down here a little bit more. All right. Now this is what Alex really came for.
Adam.
Adam, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Alex was
in
our,
here.
Alex is my brother. I'll make sure he watches this.
Alex is from Wisconsin too. He's a Packer fan.
Yes.
He was just in for you. That's probably why I'm calling you Alex.
Maybe it was my brother.
I've been a Packer fan since 1963 during the Ice Bowl.
Wow.
In fact, the very first game I ever bet on was with 50 cents with my neighbor. He was a big Cowboys fan, and I was a big Packers fan. And I won my first 50-cent NFL bet in 1963 at the Ice Bowl.
Oh! Wow, that was good. Wake up.
Yep. I'll wake you up in the morning. Yes, sir?
All right.
Okay, let me have your neck. Tilt your left ear to your left shoulder. There you go. Right ear to right shoulder. Yes, sir. Crack Daddy's gonna love you.
Wow.
That's a wow adjustment. Usually people are a little sore after their first spinal decompression because I'm breaking loose fibrotic adhesions and scar tissue in and around the disc and the joints
Right.
and the nerves. Let me help you up sideways. Okay, now we're gonna come back over here and lay on your stomach one more time.
Okay.
I'm just gonna recheck this now. You're exactly even there. Tell me if this tightens up at all.
Not really.
Good. So I'm just gonna come up a little higher where you have that scoliosis in here. Adjust your mid-thoracic. There we go. Okay, you're gonna feel your head popping up. I'm gonna hit C5 again. Slide down this way a little bit. Good. Now let's turn on your back. Okay. So on this one, y'all probably don't know what I'm doing on this one either. I'm contacting the zygomatic process and I'm lifting his head straight up and backwards in the Z-axis in an effort to restore his normal cervical lordosis. Now, if Renee can get the camera down, you can see that his ear now is over his shoulder where it's supposed to be. So our whole job with the chiropractic adjustment is to change a person's biomechanical configuration. Just put both arms straight out to the sides for me now. Slide down about an inch. So now I'm adjusting his shoulders, his clavicles bilaterally where they attach to the sternum, and his anterior costosternal joints. Yes, sir? Okay, you can relax your hands on your tummy. Let me have your leg. Can't get out here without me pulling your leg.
Right.
There you go. Should have felt that from your knee all the way up to your lower back.
True.
Excellent.
Same.
Good. Okay, let's sit you up sideways and face that away. That wasn't quite sideways.
I'm okay.
Okay, just let this go limp. Keep your chin and head straight up and straight ahead. There you go.
Okay.
It's your right shoulder. Left shoulder.
Correct.
I see you probably didn't even realize those were out of alignment.
Did not realize.
You know, many people don't realize they're out of place unless they get checked by a chiropractor.
I didn't know about the curvature until today.
Yeah, and I don't have to have x-rays to know whether you have a scoliosis or biomechanical improprieties or vertebral subluxation complex. Those things are made evident during the history, the examination, and then during the adjustment you can feel a lot of it too. Let's have you stand up here and face the mirror again for me now, Adam. You got it right that time.
Want me to-
Okay, let's have you flex your head forward and backwards for me. And then back to neutral. Look in the mirror now. Stand up straight as a military man.
It helps.
Pull these up and back. Then see your head's still a little forward, so we're gonna bring it back again. And again, everything I'm doing is to correct his biomechanics on the X, Y, and Z axes. Okay, relax. Now, when you do that again, Adam, tell me if this feels any smoother at all than the previous two.
Oh yeah.
Now look, see your ears now back here over your shoulder, and your arms are more at your sides.
Mhm.
And see you got equal spacing down here in your pelvis now, and your head's not right or left, it's right down the center.
It helps.
So your curvature straightened out somewhat from what it was when you walked in the door.
It's better, yeah.
So, you know, you've experienced other chiropractic adjustments, and now you've experienced the Johnson chiropractic technique. And you said you wanted to come in here because you wanted a real kind of a full body adjustment.
Yes.
So would you relate to our crack addict fans around the world how your first chiropractic adjustment here at Advanced Chiropractic Relief was for you?
Right. Whether you're at 0 pain or 10 pain or anywhere in between, really, and I think that this was a valuable experience, and I think everyone should get a thorough examination and adjustment because you might not know.
Right, and
Everything.
you can prevent yourself from having those severe pains if
Right.
you get it early.
That's exactly right.
If you wait on it, you know, like a lot of our patients come in here after they've already had back surgery, well, they got scar tissue everywhere, screws and plates and rods in their spines, and they're more difficult to treat. I love treating difficult patients, but I also love treating patients like Adam, who's smart enough to get in here before he has a real severe pathology of the spine. So it's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you for doing the YouTube video for
Appreciate
everyone to observe. This is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson, coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas. We'll see y'all soon.